based on the extension, file extension.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So the extension only differentiation factor that it is primary or secondary storage.
Exactly.
Okay, bro, got it. So this is the one, while selecting the file group, even I was getting the primary only as the file group. So while you select the file group, bro, you'll have multiple, no? What is that actually? I find
see file group you are telling, right? You are asking about file group?
Yes.
Okay. Bro. As I'm telling, file group is like a grouping of the data files. Okay. If you see here, if you click on file groups, you can see primary. How many files are there? 2. What I'll do is file group 2. Okay. So default will be primary and this will be there. And I'll click on it. So we have 2 file groups.
Primary
file group, as I'm telling, file group is nothing but grouping of some files. Now 2 files we have in primary, and another file group we can create another file in this particular file group 2. Now if we create, you can see here the file group, the groups of files, other files in the particular group. So why this came into picture is, suppose you have a database which holds data, which holds images, which hold different types of data. Okay, it can hold different types of data in the form of the SQL database. Okay, to differentiate, usually clients or customers want that to be created in a separate group so that it should be understandable that in which file group the particular data file is available. So which is the reason we have a concept of file group, but mostly it is a customized option. We usually create files on the default primary file group because this is the default which you are seeing.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So basically, if you have the requirement to have multiple file groups, that is based on the requirement, wherein it is on database level.
Yes. No, you can see here, right? This is if you click anytime on the database, then these options are database level. If you see here, click on the SQL instance. This is at instance level.
So, for example, basically, it is like a case of training is in database, wherein you had multiple file groups. No? There, how can you differentiate the storage? Is what I'm asking. The same database.
Yeah. Now I created 2 file groups, right?
Yes.
Okay. What we usually do at a live environment is, I want to create another file group 2, where file group 2 will be there. Now I want to change the location. Usually file groups, if we are creating, the locations will be differing for the better performance. However, we can create here also. Now what we'll do is file group 2.ndf. Okay, file type is selected rows only. If I click on OK, you can see here file groups in file 1.
Where will the data get stored after changing the storage?
No, we are not doing anything to the database.
Okay.
We are just changing the database files only. Right?
What kind of files? I'm not getting it.
Yeah, I created a file right now. Yeah, your question I didn't get exactly.
Exactly, bro. For example, see, a case of training is one database you're telling.
Okay.
Okay, basically in the primary storage, all the data will be stored.
Hold on. So this is the database.
Yes.
What you refer to a primary here. Primary storage means what you are referring.
Files, primary files will be saved over there.
Which one? Primary storage? No, there is no terminology like primary storage.
Okay.
We have primary file group only. And file type.
Okay.
This primary is default.
Yes.
This is not a storage or anything. Think that it is just a file group to group the files of the database.
What files?
Any files. See, I created a file right here. I created a file in the here. So I want to create another thing. You can see log. You are not able to do that because you cannot keep or change anything related to the log.
Log
Only
files.
you can, yeah, only you can create NDF files in the different file group. See, types of grouping of files. So on primary, you can see here, primary, you can see here 2 files, right?
Yes.
So it is, okay, primary, 2 files, file group 2 dot NDF. If I click on OK. Now what you can see, the file group which is having 2 files. 2 files are using the file group as primary. 2 files are using another file group. Okay. So there is no confusion is required here. Just only thing is file group is used to group the different files of database.
What is the different files, bro? That is what I'm stuck. This log files, I know, I got it. It will
So
particularly
different files means different. You can, how many files you can see here?
4 files, like 5 files. Except the log file, there are 4 files, which is in
Okay.
which 3 are secondary files and 1 is the primary one.
Okay. So you have 4 that they are called data files. Think that they are called data files.
Okay.
So I want to name 2 data files in one file group.
That's what this data files. What data that does that store?
Okay.
Forgot or what? I'm not sure.
Okay. So again, we need to, for this, we need to go to the architecture again.
Okay.
So do you see here data file?
That is where you told that data will be stored.
So data files means MDF and NDF are called as data files.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So all these are data files only. MDF, NDF, all are data files only. What it is having here, data file. I will explain you next. Now today we'll need to cover this. Okay. So data file, all this will be available here to save the permanent data, to save the data permanently.
Okay.
Here, if you are saving the data, it is temporarily.
Temporary.
Here, if you are saving the data, it is permanent data.
Yes.
As I told, right, balance, if you have balance of 1 lakh, it cannot be temporary. It should be permanent 1 lakh. Okay. So now to support on this concept, we have a concept called pages. Example, if you take a notebook,
Yes.
the notebook will have pages.